Hey guys, welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. So we are back out here trying to finish some stuff up. I want to make a couple announcements at the beginning of the video here. First off, I had a couple people asking about sending me stuff. One person asking, wanted to send me some decals for their shop. Another person, I don't know what they wanted to send me, but anyway, guys, we have a P.O. box now, so I didn't really want to put out my personal address for various reasons. So what I did is I went and I got a P.O. box for Bad Luck Garage, and from here on out, I will be posting the P.O. box address will be in all the video descriptions at the bottom of the description. So anyway, not telling you guys to send me anything, but for those of you who were asking, there you go. We got a P.O. box address now. All right. Something else I was asked about, well, something I get asked about all the time is in my product review videos, I keep getting people that are asking, is this still doing good? Is that still doing good? Well, here's the deal, guys. If you want to know if any of the products that I've reviewed or installed are still doing good, click the subscribe button. It's that easy. If I change out anything during the course of any projects or anything, obviously it's going to be in a video. I mean, I'm not going to hide it from you guys. So, like the most recent, someone was asking how the cheap eBay turbo blanket was doing. Well, obviously it's doing fine. It's still right here, guys. So yeah, easiest way to find out if I've changed something or something like that, easiest way to find out is just to subscribe and watch the videos. All right, wanted to show you this. We got our compressor housing painted for our turbo. So I was actually going to go ahead and put that on, but I wanted to take it off and get to this bottom bolt here before I put it on the flange, just to make sure everything was snug. Also, I'm going to be going ahead and changing the hood release back out, putting my old one back on, and my grill support and all that, because I have ordered one of those little tube style grills off of eBay, since we weren't able to put the 7374 grill that I wanted in because of the intercooler. I went ahead and ordered another grill for it, so we'll be doing that. As soon as that comes in, we'll be getting that taken care of. Alright guys, I have just discovered that these flange bolts down here are indeed loose. So kind of glad we checked those. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple ugga-duggas on those. That's an exhaust leak we don't want. Now, it's been like a week since we were out here doing this, so the paint on the compressor housing has had plenty of time to cure, and I need to put this around this way. I think is how I had it. Yeah. Guys, this was a used turbo. I went over that. If you haven't seen my if you haven't been watching the series on turbocharging this thing, it's all under a playlist, Turbo LS Swap C10 playlist. You should check that out. You know, I go over all the parts I used and everything. Well, just because I had it available to me, I, you know, used this little T66 turbo, and it was a used turbo. So I'm generally more worried about function than looks, but if you can get both, why not? So while I had the housing off in the last video, we went ahead and painted it up, just trying to make it look a little nicer. It was either that or, you know, take it apart and try to polish it, which I really didn't want to do. That would have been a lot of work just to make something look nice. But you know, you can throw some paint on something in a few minutes and still have something that looks nice, right? Yeah, I don't know if you guys like this type of video where I'm just out here working on stuff. I mean, I know there's a lot of channels that do it, and you know, some of them are pretty popular. I try to lean more towards like how-tos, product reviews, things like that. But if you guys want to just see more of me out here wrenching and you know, kind of talking about things going on or what I'm doing, then let me know in the comments, guys. I mean, just give me some feedback on that, because I can do more of these if that's what you want to see. I mean, I'm not saying I'll stop doing the how-to videos. Obviously I'll keep doing those too, but you know, just looking to see what you guys are interested in. For those of you who watch Sloppy Mechanics, Matt Hackle, this bolt that I'm trying to get in right now, this is the bolt that he usually leaves out because it, you know, it's such a pain right around the drain line there. But I got it in last time, so I'm sure I can get it in this time. Just probably not going to force you guys to watch me piddle with it for 20 minutes. Yay, we got it started. Awesome. Yes, it is going in. So I'm hoping in this video we will actually be able to get all this buttoned up so I can start driving this girl again. I love these ratcheting wrenches. Alright, so this bottom bolt's going to take me a while, so I can't, you know, because of the drain line, I can't put the ratcheting end on it, so probably do a little skip here. Alright, so I wanted to let you guys know that weather dependent, my local drag strip here in Knoxville is going to be opening the end of this week for you know, they're going to have a couple nights of testing tune to start the season off. So, like I said, weather dependent, we may be taking Steppenwolf there and finally, you know, getting some numbers off our turbo swap here. You know, if you remember from our nitrous video, our best ET on nitrous, we ran, I think we ran like a 803 or something at like 92 miles an hour. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was almost 94 miles an hour. So You know, we know the torque converter's holding us back. You know, I've got a stock torque converter. My 60 foots are crap. And with a 94, almost 94 mile an hour track speed, we should be running way, way faster than flat 8s. But that's not the purpose of what we're doing. The purpose is to see if this turbo is making, you know, the close to the same power as I was making on the 150 shot. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it there. We're going to be more worried about our mile per hour than we are about our actual times. The times will come down somewhere down the road when we get more stall. You know, we get our stall converter and maybe some traction aids. So anyway, just be on the lookout for that video, guys, because like I said, as long as the weather's good this coming Friday, you know, we'll be making some passes. We may also be kicking off a new project on Friday. That one's kind of on John, but yeah, if all goes well, we may be starting on a new project Friday as well, so you guys don't want to miss out on that. Got our housing on. Let's go ahead, get our coupler on here and tightened up, hopefully. Not seeing too well, guys. Also, I wanted to apologize for the video quality. See, I want this around here. Yeah, I want to apologize for the video, or not the video quality, but the audio quality. In my last video, you know, I got this GoPro Hero 5, and I've been trying to figure it out. And there was a lot of scratching noises and echoes and things like that in the last video. And I think what it is my tripod, you know, whenever my leg touches it or something like that, I think it's transferring the scuffs that are happening down on the tripod. You know, it's kind of transferring that energy up, and the microphone on this GoPro is reading that. So I think that's what all the noise was from. So I'm going to try to be more, you know, more aware and not, you know, like rub up against the tripod or anything like that. But we'll just have to see. I'm pretty sure that's what was going on though, guys. So I apologize for that, and yeah, I'm going to try to improve on that. And these are fine threaded. They take for freaking ever to do by hand. That's why I usually use the drill. The problem is the angle that I was putting them on to be able to get to them with the drill, I think was kind of affecting being able to get them fully tightened up. So we're just not going to use the drill. Yeah, we're at the end there. We'll have to put a wrench on it. Do this other one. Alright, we're going to drop our dump tube in here. Now, up until this point, I've not even been running a gasket on this. We're going to put one in now, though. So the story with that is, when we were fabricating this, dump tube, you know, we were taking it on, or taking it off, putting it back on, taking it on, putting it back off. Or, well, I'm sure I messed up what I just said there, but you get the picture. Anyway, I didn't want to have to keep fooling with the gasket here. So, you know, I didn't have one on it. And then when we finished, I just kind of forgot to put it on. So We've been running without a gasket on this whole time. Not that it, I don't really think it matters because there's no restriction on it whatsoever. So at this point, I'm just putting it on there because I have one to put on there. So why not, right? Why not put it on there if you got it? I know a lot of people don't even use a flange, or I mean, use a gasket. A lot of people just throw some high temp RTV on there and roll with it, which that's perfectly fine too. Like I said, I wasn't running any kind of gasket material at all up until now. But what I'm planning to do is, you know, this just dumps straight down. I've got a hole down in the fender. If you guys watch the video on making this, you'll know that already. But I've got a hole down there on the fender, and this just dumps straight down, you know, when the wastegate opens. But what I am planning to do is putting an elbow on it and maybe running it out the side real discreetly, right in front of the wheel there. So don't know why that's relevant, just letting you guys know that that's the plan eventually. Whew. This is tight. Need more light, guys. Oh my, well, there we go. Apparently my light has turned. And also, you guys might remember me telling you one of my pet peeves with this Harbor Freight light is the longer you have it on, the dimmer it gets. So about every 10 minutes or so, you want to turn the light off and turn it back on. I don't know why it does that, but it's kind of annoying. Maybe one of these days when I've got the money, I can invest in a better under hood light. That got him on. I actually wanted to wrap this dump tube with some of the eBay header wrap that I had left over, but I don't think there's enough left over. So I might have to get me another roll of that header wrap somewhere down the road. Okay, now I do have a gasket between the wastegate and the manifold, so that's cool. All right. Now, here's the trick. The trick is getting my vacuum lines on here without touching anything hot. So I'm gonna stick that on there because I've got the one line that runs underneath here and goes to the boost controller. I think that's fine. Even if that flops a little bit, it shouldn't touch my dump tube, I don't believe. So that's on there. That is not coming off. I'm not even worried about zip tying it. These zip ties up here look a little loose though. I almost wish I could just zip tie it to the side there, but I can't. It'll probably just melt the zip tie. I think we're okay the way we got it right there though. Yeah, awesome. Let's put the filter on. Let's loosen this up, guys. I want to put the clamp on top. I know it's not the most pretty thing to do. Most people like to put it on the bottom, but I want to get it where I can get to it easily. I'm more about accessibility, performance over looks, guys. That's what I'm all about. I've got one of you guys that keeps saying over and over, you know, you're getting blow by at your filter, which I don't understand how you could think that, because there's really no oil at the filter. But just show you, you know, when we took this apart, there was no oil in the housing at all, guys. So, you know, the oil's coming from the drain line. We've already figured that out. It's just figuring out how to get it to stop blowing out the drain line. So that's where we're at with that. And I do appreciate your suggestions, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying we already know that's not the issue, so. Slide this on. I think what we're gonna do is put our clamp right down here. You guys probably can't see it, but I'm just I'm putting the clamp where I can easily get to it to tighten it or loosen it. Does it stick out a little? Yes. Do I care? No. Here's the honest truth, guys. I mean, when I first started this build, I was trying to make it look like this engine belonged in here from the factory. So, you know, that's why I had all the wires routed the way I did. That's why I had, you know, the plastic engine covers and all that stuff on here, because I was going for a factory appearance. Now that the turbo's on here, that's kind of out the window. But, you know, so I'm not worried about what it looks like now. I mean, I still want it to look kind of neat for pictures or whatever. You know, when I post up a picture on our Facebook or our Instagram, I want it to look kind of nice. But I'm not about the bling, guys. Honestly, I have never been about bling. All right. My opinion is, take that money that you were going to spend on, you know, on those pretty valve covers or on that pretty intake that might only make you 5 horsepower. Take that money and put it somewhere else where it's going to benefit you and make power. That's just the way I feel about it. If it's not, you know, if it's not going to benefit you power-wise, then why even do it? I mean, I don't I don't build show cars, obviously. You know, I just build stuff to have fun with. You know, and there are faster cars. You know, this isn't a max speed project. This is just something I want to be able to drive around and have fun in, but still get decent fuel economy, not have to worry about breaking down all the time. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, yeah, man, you can, you know, you can make 25 pounds of boost on a daily driver. Yeah, you can, but you're not going to make it for long. Not on a stock bottom end anyway. And again, this is budget, so we're doing what we can with the stock bottom end and still be reliable to drive every day. So keep that in mind when you're watching these videos, guys. So we are going to do is something I really don't want to do, but we are going to take off our new hood latch here that we've got for the 73-74 grill. And I guess we're just going to have to put all our old stuff back on. Now, before you guys even ask, as of right now, no, none of this is for sale. I'm not going to sell the grill. I'm not going to sell the hood latch. You know, I'm still holding out hope that maybe, I don't know, maybe at some point in the future, way down the road, I may actually switch over to a smaller intercooler and smaller intercooler piping, like going down to 2.5 inch instead of 3 inch. And at that point, you know, I would be able to use this grill, or that grill that I'm wanting to use. I'd be able to use that. So I'm not going to sell anything yet. Just for the time being, we're going to be running a eBay grill. Which, I mean, they look nice, guys. It's not what I wanted for this truck. I wanted the stock look. The grill that I ordered is actually the same grill that I put in my uncle's truck. I've been meaning to go over there and do like a little feature on my uncle's C10. You know, it's just got a, it's like a 300 horse, 350 crate engine. But it's tubbed out in the back, and you know, he done all the body work. It's a nice truck. It's a really nice truck. And I've been meaning to get over there to show it to everybody, but when I do go over there, I just don't have my camera on me, and you know, or something else is going on. So you guys will see it eventually, though. But you guys have seen me do this a couple times now when I've been disappointed, so I'll probably just cut this out. Like I said, it's nothing you guys haven't seen before, so we'll just go ahead and cut here. Now I need to address this wire. This is the wire from our headlight conversion harness. Some of you may have watched that video, some of you may not have, but you know, if you want to increase the light output of your headlights on, you know, this or any older vehicle, I actually did a video on classic car headlight conversion, so you know, you guys could check that video out. And I did go over in that video, you know, while we did swap the housings and we switched over to an H4 bulb, you know, the harness is the most important part of that. You know, we installed a relay harness so we could get full power to the headlights instead of running power through the switch and then to the headlights. So, you know, if you're looking to do something like that, you know, if you don't want to fool with modern bulbs, if you want to keep your sealed beam bulbs, then at the very least you can order one of those harnesses on eBay for like 15 bucks. I think is what I paid for mine. It's in the video, guys. If you check out the headlight conversion video I did, it's all in there. You know, just doing that harness by itself will actually help tremendously. All right, so there's my old harness down here. We're going to take that loose. Now, while this isn't one of my how-to videos, I am going to say, before you start messing, you know, with anything to do with the wiring, you know, you need to disconnect your battery. In my case, I haven't decided yet, but I might just take the battery all the way out just to give me more room to work. Ooh, come on out of there, guy. And we'll probably speed this up so you guys don't have to watch all this. So I stopped the sped up stuff because I wanted to show you something. I'm really glad actually that I did this conversion, because when I started pulling the stock wiring out, I don't know if you guys can see that, all the frayed wires right there, and on down over there, actually going to the turn signal on the fender, I've actually got a melted spot in the original wiring. So just something to think about, guys. I mean, I'm kind of glad that I did that upgrade, and I'm also glad that I'm deciding to hardwire the upgrade in as opposed to, you know, just plugging it in like I showed you how it was intended to be installed, because I'm finding now that there are a lot of issues in my factory wiring harness. Okay guys, just to give you an idea of how long I have been out here working on this harness, I've actually had to switch shop lights because my battery powered underhood light went out on me. So, you know, this wasn't a 5-minute job, and knowing that, maybe you kind of understand, because I know some of you guys were asking in the video where I actually did the headlight conversion, why didn't I, you know, just go ahead and show hardwiring it in. Well, that's why. It would have been like a freaking 3-hour video, guys. So, but I got it all done. Got it all hardwired in. Got the all the wires are running through one harness. The only original wires that we used were the turn signal wires. Okay, the aftermarket harness for the H4 conversion, those wires are now the only actual like headlight wires that are running across anywhere. So hopefully you guys kind of understand what I did there. I showed on the sped up video, I tried to kind of show how I figured out what wires to splice together. You know, where's it at? Yeah, I just took the adapter plug and the original driver side headlight socket there and plugged them together, and that way I knew white went to brown, blue went to green, and of course, you know, black's ground, so it's always going to go to black. I'm going to get all this bolted back together, and we'll see what we got next. And see, we got rid of all those extra wires. I actually pulled the filter back off to show you guys, but you know, all the extra wires are gone. Nothing dangling that's going to short out on anything, so I think we're good. Okay guys, that video took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. The important thing is I finally got this thing back together, so maybe sometime next week we can do some driving videos, maybe even some burnout videos. For now, I'm going to wrap this up, but I want to say again, if you guys want to see more videos of me just working on stuff, let me know in the comments down below. Also, subscribe if you want to see more of any videos. I mean, this or any of my how-tos, any of that. Subscribe. If you click the little bell down there next to the subscribe button, you'll get notifications when new videos come out. So that way you don't miss anything. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to take some time now, clean up my tools. So I guess I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.